On my visit to Ohio, my hosts surprised me with tickets to the zoo in Cincinnati. I was a little bit apprehensive as I'm not really a zoo person, and as we were driving through the old neighborhoods of Cincinnati around the zoo, I couldn't help thinking, are zoos really ethical? I have been to different zoos in the past, two of the best being the Pretoria Zoo in South Africa and the Sydney Zoo in Australia. But I don't know, there's something about watching animals pace up and down all the time, often in very confined spaces, that is definitely leaves me feeling a little bit depressed. The worst zoo I've been is definitely the zoo in Kiev in Ukraine. But I think part of my problem with zoos is that because I've traveled throughout Africa and been to many different game reserves and seen animals in the wild in Serengeti and Masai Mara. I don't know. Once you've seen animals in the wild, seeing them in a zoo, it just doesn't sit right with my soul, I guess. As zoos go, the zoo in Cincinnati wasn't too bad. The enclosures for the animals were quite large, but I did see many animals pacing up and down and looking bored. Also, as it was winter and quite cold, they actually start taking the animals inside and locking them up at about 4 o'clock. So if you go to the zoo at say 5 o'clock and expect to see a zebra, you're not going to, even though the zoo might be open until 8 o'clock at night. The one thing that they did do at the Cincinnati Zoo was they put on a festival of lights, I suppose you could say, with lots for people to see and do. And I guess this is another way to attract more people to the zoo, which is a way that they raise funds. Now, I'm not saying that the Cincinnati Zoo is solely there for profit, but I don't know. It's like, are they using their breeding animals on the endangered list, for example, as just a way to get more people to come to the zoo to put more money in their pocket? Or is everything they're making going back into funding the zoo? I don't know. I mean, for me, this is, I suppose, a question that is worth asking. I think to make animals accessible to your local environment and for children to get to see them and to see animals they might not normally see, I think there is a purpose for zoos. I don't know. When I just see the African animals in small enclosures, when I know that they are used to big open spaces, I just find that part hard. So what do you think about zoos? let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you on my next adventure.